To go down that road, I just want to ask, nobody actually believes Santa Claus is real, right? Okay. Now, but when we were children, have any of y'all parents ever told y'all that Santa Claus come down that chimney and give y'all gifts?
All the time. All the time.
Okay, well, yeah, but I'm glad some of y'all know, but, you know, it happens to the best of us. I didn't fall victim to my parents telling me that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all a brief history on Christmas. It's going to be the super fastest Christmas history you ever got. And then y'all let me know what y'all feel about Christmas after, especially since y'all the youth. I'm 26. I don't know how old y'all are. I don't consider myself old, so I'm gonna jump in y'all lane and say we the youth. So we the ones that change the future. So I know that Christmas brings us together, but I'm gonna give y'all the history on Christmas, and then I just want to know what y'all think about it after. So go ahead and flip to that first page. Nope. Yep. Flip past that. That's the logo. Boom. Now, what you're looking at right now is a deity that's called Krampus. As you can see, it says it's a European and a Germanic folklore deity. Now, that photo is actually taken at a parade on December 25th in Austria, and that's the original Santa Claus, which is Satan. And so what that deity was, it was a demonic deity that came and it kidnapped kids every year during Christmas season. And so what the Catholic Church did was, the Catholic Church, when they wanted to come over here and conquer, of course they couldn't come over here and tell us that that's what they celebrated. So they remixed Satan into Santa. So they took Krampus and they turned him into Santa Claus. Now flip it, and I'm gonna keep breaking this down for y'all. Okay, so you see on the left, the Krampus on the left, he got the kids in the bag. And then the one in the middle is Baphomet, which is Lucifer. And so they turned those into Santa Claus, and then they blamed this day on being the birthday of Christ. So keep it moving, keep it moving. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. I'm gonna get y'all through. Now you see the Christmas tree, right? And y'all probably wondering, why do I got that kid on Santa's lap crying? Well, when you sit on Santa Claus' lap, that's actually a pedophilic ritual, which comes from Roman culture. It's called Saturnalia. It's one of their celebrations. And so the Christmas tree, just like y'all see behind us, is supposed to be a giant phallus, which if you don't know what a phallus is a penis. The ribbons and the lights that you see is supposed to be your sperm. And the balls that you see is supposed to be your testicles. And so when you sit on Santa Claus' lap and ask him for what you want, and he comes see you, that's just like when they say don't take candy from a stranger. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So you can flip the slide so that you can see that painting right there. The painting on the top left is actually from Rome during Saturnalia, where they were having big, orgies with other men and younger men in exchange for gifts. And here's actual paintings from Greek culture, and here you see that young boy sitting on that man's lap. And so the reason I did all of this research, y'all can look it up for yourselves as well, but I put this in here to let y'all know I'm not making this up. I'm not capping. This is historically documented. These is, artifacts straight out of a museum to try to further prove that this is the biggest pedophile holiday in America. Flip that page. We're going to keep it moving. Okay, boom. The Christmas tree, once again, even though I broke it down, I got another picture of Baphomet, who is a representative of Lucifer. Now, the 5-point star at the top of the tree, just like you see it on his head, is symbolic to Lucifer, because they say Lucifer is the beholder of light. So, just like you see the torch on his head, I don't know if y'all familiar with Freemasonry, but whenever you walk into a Freemasonic lodge, you are going to always see the candles and the light. Y'all talk, when they talk about celebrities selling their soul, they always do some form of ritual that got either some kind of torch or candle, because the fire is symbolic to light and the light is symbolic to Lucifer. So that's why you put the light on the top of the tree. Now, keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Now this right here, I have the fireplace in the house because this is symbolic to the Yule log. Now most of us, I don't know about y'all, I grew up in the hood, I lived in the project. Ain't no goddamn chimney in the project. But for those of us, for those people over here who might have had a chimney or whatnot, you burn the logs every Christmas, because in Nordic mythology, the Yule log was symbolic to child sacrifice, and they would sacrifice children by fire for 12 days. So let's keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. The mistletoe, the etymological roots of the mistletoe, as you can see, is poop on a stick. I believe this image is self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into it too much because I don't want YouTube flagging me. So when they tell you come kiss under the mistletoe and all of that, that's also homosexual. Romans had a creed where they said that there was no love between that. They said there was no love greater between that which exists between two men. So romance is actually a word that denotes homosexual love. So I want to ask y'all, have you ever seen the movie 300? Now that's actually a homosexual movie. It was actually an army titled the Band of Thebes. Go look them up. And it was 300 Greek men who were actually all lovers, because the Greeks believed that if the men were in love with each other, they fought harder. Keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. So that's where that comes from. We're going to keep it moving. Now we looking at, that's the Yule log deity. You can flip that back. I explained that already, but that's just images of the deity that they would sacrifice kids for. So y'all see, I'm not cap. I don't want nobody and everything I'm capping. These are definitions and etymological roots of words. Now this is Merry Christmas. We say this all the time. We walk through the mall. I had a couple people tell me Merry Christmas. Merry, as you can see, means cheerful, gleeful, or happy. Mass, okay, means sacrifice. And Christ is your consciousness. That's why it means anointed. It's your pineal gland. So when you tell somebody Merry Christmas, you're saying happy sacrifice of your consciousness. Let's keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. We almost at the end, I promise. Old Nick. Y'all all heard everybody call Santa Claus Old Saint Nick. That's the dictionary right there. I'm not making it up. You see, Old Nick says devil, Satan, Lucifer, fiend. So Old Nick is what they used to call Krampus, the horn deity. When the Catholic Church wanted to bring him over here, they put the saint on there, just like they call Catholic priests like Saint Patrick and Saint this and Saint James. So they just took a devil and put the word saint in there and then remixed it so that we can accept the demonic figure. So Old Saint Nick is really Satan. Keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Okay, now we're dealing with holiday or holiday season. Holiday, when you break it down, is two words. It's a suffix word. When you take two words, two meanings together to create one word. Holiday is holy, which is a day denoted to a god, and a day is a procession of time in which you exist. So the god that they're worshiping around this time is Lucifer. So when they say it's holiday season or holy day season, they saying we in the season of Satan or the season of Lucifer. Keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. This is Fortnite. I play Fortnite. We all play Fortnite. Last year when they came out with them Christmas skins, you was able to buy the Krampus. So the reason I'm showing y'all this is because I'm around y'all age, I'm guessing. And this is to show y'all that even the people that make that game know that the original Christmas deity is Krampus. Because if so, they on Christmas last year when we could have bought that skin, it wouldn't have been that. It would have been Santa Claus. So this is just to show y'all I'm not capping. I'm not trying to be one of them guys who ruin Christmas or none of that. We can keep it moving. This is now called typoglypsia. Now, typoglypsia is your brain's ability to unscramble and read words correctly as long as the first or the last letter is in the correct place. For example, the word words, W-O-R-D-S. If you take the S and put it on the front, it spells swords. That's why in the Bible they say the tongue is mightier than the sword. So with that being said, when you take the N out of Santa and put it on the back, it spells Satan. This is symbolic to Krampus, the satanic deity, the Old Nick. Keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. We almost at the end. I got y'all. Now, this is a painting of Krampus stealing all of the kids on Christmas. And then this is after the Catholic Church remixed Krampus from Old Nick to Old Saint Nick and presented it to us. And instead of him stealing the kids, now he giving gifts to the kids. We can keep it moving. This is another image of Krampus taking the kids to what they say is hell, which is in the south. And then they remixed that, and now they got Krampus over here, who's really Santa, taking kids and elves to the North Pole. So Santa's little helpers and elves that live in the North Pole is actually all of the kids that's been kidnapped by Krampus. We can keep it moving. We almost at the end. Almost. This is another image of Krampus. You see him stuffing the kids in the bag. So this is just like that Christmas song. I don't know if I got the lyrics right, but it's that, he knows if you're sleeping, he knows if you're awake, he knows if you've been good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. That was for Krampus. Because Krampus gonna come get you if you've been naughty and stuff you in that bag and take you away. So now they remixed it, and instead of somebody coming in your house and kidnapping you and eating you, he come in your house and he give you gifts. Keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. And lastly, right here, I don't know if y'all was religious, but this was just in case I ran into somebody that was religious, because people always like to say, should you celebrate Christmas for the kids? So this was a Bible verse right here that say, I'm going to read it correctly. It say, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord table and of the table of the devils. And so that was right there, just in case I ran into somebody who wanted to say, well, we're going to do it for the children. And they claim they're religious, when even in the Bible it says you can't play both sides. So right here, before I even ask y'all, you know how y'all feel, I want to let y'all know I'm not bitter. I don't really give a damn because I don't celebrate Christmas. But I believe in everybody having a fair chance at life. And there's plenty of people out here who going broke. I didn't hustle before. I'm on parole in 3.5 years. I'm thugging like everybody else been thugging before, so I can relate. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than nobody. So I know what it's like to, damn, it's Christmas and I got to whoop-de-whoop and make sure everybody got something. So it's like, if we can just end that and end, the extra the extra influence that we have to go so hard on a holiday, or we feel less than or better than, or how many times we done went to school and people coming with new clothes or whatever for Christmas and we don't got it, and we going so hard for a holiday that's pedophilic and satanic. So I believe that if people get aware of the truth, then at least we can have an even playing field and we can deal with each other equally, at least around holiday season. But with that being said, I'm gonna get a mic to him. You can let me know how you felt about that, and if it influenced any change in you towards this holiday. What change is that?
Man, reading all about that, I feel like that is crazy. Honestly, I didn't know nothing about that. Like, it's just insane. Like, I didn't expect nothing like that. Like, I thought Christmas was just like celebrating for family and friends, but now I'm figuring out that it's just devil shit. It's like,
So when you have kids, right, and if you do, I ain't even gonna ask because this is the public. I don't want people in your business. But when you have kids, is you letting them go sit on that man's lap?
Hell nah.
That's all I want.
Hell nah.
Go to brown and blue.